What's up, everybody? It's Friday. I'm back. I have my coffee as always. And today, two new songs actually. There's one that's uploading now, but I am checking out Money Ties by REN. Video just dropped yesterday, last night, so I'm a little late, but we'll get into it in a second. Haven't listened to it yet, so it'll be new to all of us. A couple things before we get started. First of all, a little commercial. I am streaming now regularly, 1, 2 o'clock Central Time US. If you're interested, I mostly debunk conspiracy theories. It's different than what I do here. But if you're interested, come hang out. Always happy for the company. I am not a music teacher, vocal coach. Please don't expect me to be drilling into the weeds, getting into the production, stuff like that. That's really not my skill set. And don't be a dick. Those are kind of the rules on this channel. You are welcome to disagree with me. You're welcome to think that my opinion is wrong. But, let's at least have a respectful conversation instead of calling names. I think that's preferable for everybody. So with that prelude out of the way, let's get into it. This is Money Ties by REN.
Godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing into the world, and we cannot take anything out of the world. But if we have food and clothing, with these we will be content. But those who desire to be rich fall into temptation, into a snare, into many senseless and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money is a root of all kinds of evils. It is through this craving that some have wandered away from the path and pierced themselves with the many pangs of greed.
Money makes the world go round. Money makes a pure man lawless, proud. Money makes a man's verb consummate the noun. Cause an action to a thing is inspired by the pound or the dollar. False prophet, preach profit and we follow. When the scholar teach dishonor, that's a bitter pill to swallow. The biggest bank robber are the banks and the politicians, but judiciary are whores, what a shocker. When we lose sight of live and let live, forget your soul is made much richer by the love that you give. If you're living just to make a living, that's all that is. And when you're lying, slowly dying, well you die with a grin. Now digging up the root of evil, money too like a blade. You can slice across the jugular or carve and create. But when the money ain't the means, but the means is the money, you start to compromise ideals for dollars, morals get bloody. Now let me tell you a little story about a boy named Ren. Born March 1990 in the Celtic Welsh ends. We didn't have much, but mum and dad they made enough to put hot meals on the table, fill our bellies full of love. A little sister fell into the picture. Oh my god, we loved her, made our family richer. Then we both got older, world a little colder. Life it had a way of chipping away at that shoulder. I held her and I told her, hierarchy, status exists. Sometimes the purity of youth gets snatched, leaving you stripped. You'll learn that love is not enough, it's not a world for a kid. So toughen up and buckle up because it's bumpy as shit. And there'll be those who take advantage of the light in your soul. And there'll be times you feel the cup you're filling leaking with holes. And that dark can get much darker, we all must grow old. But listen up my little sister, hold these words to your close. Keep that kind heart kind, humankind are in need. Never ever let this world make you bitter like me. Because this world needs love, and love it leaks from you, see. Sis, this world needs light, and you're the brightest I see. I see your wings have feather more than ever. Mine were torn by my oppressor. Sickness scorn me, but whatever. By your side we fly together. Give me flight when I could never. A releasing of the pressure, and the pressure makes a diamond. I will shine with you forever. Fuck greed, fuck depression, fuck bullies, fuck the jealous. Fuck every man who made you feel less than a treasure. And fuck a world that makes us feel small. Fuck the forces that divide us. Now's the time to stand tall. Because money makes the world go round. Money makes the sick boy sicker somehow. Money gets a man mugged, punched in his mouth. Money run the gang thug, drug money plow. Money makes open case close. Money bend love, make war, make ghosts. Money gives a poor man hope. Money saves lives, takes lives, money both. Money is, money isn't, money's just that. Money's just a concept, people are trying. Tax up the poor man, feed up the fire. Money's just cash. Take money, take money, take money, take. Fake money, fake money, fake money, fake. Money ties, money ties, money ties, eh. Money lies, money lies, money lies, eh.
All right. I like this one. This has set me up to do a little bit of philosophizing, so I'll warn you that that's coming. I liked it. Beat was good. It's not really, I mean, it's not really the kind of hip-hop beat I usually look for, but it worked with the song, and it was interesting, right? It wasn't like a boring beat, which I appreciate. I like Ren's delivery, the way he kind of switches up cadences, switches up his delivery, flow, all of that is good. Weirdly, I have watched now, I think 3 videos in a row that I have posted have all been at least partially shot on trains. So I don't know what's going on. Trains are big right now in music videos, I guess. The way the video was constructed was cool. You know, the black and white look is always good. Really stark, right? Gives you a different feel. But I want to talk about not so much just the lyrics. I mean, I want to talk about the sort of the idea behind the lyrics. And I mean, that's capitalism in it, right? That's what we're talking about. It's not just capitalism. Capitalism is the current mode, right? But people have been getting oppressed and robbed and exploited before capitalism existed, right? You used to have serfs, you used to have master slave not in a chattel slave relationship, more in an indentured slave relationship, but you also had your country just got conquered, or your civilization, your tribe, whatever, you just got conquered by the Babylonians or the Assyrians or the Egyptians, and then you were taken away to do forced labor, right? And the people at the top benefited from your labor, and you didn't. It's right or wrong. It has always been this way. And there are some good points made in this song. Money is not real, right? It is real in that it has impact, and that we have devised a system where you can exchange goods and services. But money is not anything. Gold doesn't have any real value aside from what we have given it. Gold is shiny and pretty to look at. And if I give somebody some gold, they want the gold so much, the shiny, pretty thing that doesn't actually do anything, but it's nice to look at. They want that enough that they will give me spices or clothing or a side of beef or whatever it may be. And they know that the money, they can't eat it. They can't eat that gold, but they know that somebody else wants it, and they can trade that gold that I gave them for something else that they want, right? Aside from the people deciding that it has value when you trade it, it doesn't have value. It has industrial value, right? Gold is a useful metal in terms of like conductivity and stuff, so there is use to it, but it doesn't have any inherent value of its own. And now the currencies we use, I don't have any interest in the gold standard stuff. I'm not interested in those kinds of conspiracies. But it is fair to say that the money we use is representational, right? I have a $10 bill. That means that the government has said that I get to have $10 worth of whatever, right? If I give you this green piece of linen, and then you will give me an equivalent amount of goods in exchange for that, that's how money works now. It's still made up. It still is just sort of, we are deciding that it has value, but it makes society function. The problem is, we know how to solve things like homelessness, like addiction, like depression. Let me be careful. We don't know how to solve them. We know how to largely mitigate and remove many of the reasons those things happen to people. Money. We could put people in homes right now. There are enough homes. Nobody has to sleep rough, as they say in the UK. Nobody has to sleep on the streets in the US. I have been to Skid Row in Los Angeles. I lived in LA. My car got broken into on Skid Row. I have seen people living on the streets, and it is tragic. And there is no reason that people need to live on the streets because there is housing for them. There is no way around it. There is housing. We have more than enough. It's being held by people who aren't using it, but we could just take their housing. We could take those houses that are being held as investments. We could even pay the people who own them and seize that property and put people in it. And they don't have to worry about if they lose their job getting evicted. They don't have to worry about if their wife, gets sick and they can't pay their bills, then they might be on the street. We could cover people's medical costs right now. Preventative care is cheaper than triage care, emergency care. We could do that, and it would save us money in the long run if we did. But we're not gonna. Because I'm really just people. Specifically Western people, but people kind of throughout the world and throughout history. We look at poverty as a moral failing. We look at homelessness as a moral failing, addiction as a moral failing, teen pregnancy as a moral failing. All of these things that will fuck your life up and put you on the brink of, disaster, or maybe fully into disaster. We treat them as if the people are there because they're bad and because they are doing wrong things. But if your company lays off 30,000 people and you can't find a job in 3 months and your landlord evicts you, what part of that is your fault? Why are you to blame for being on the street? Most people who end up on the street don't start with an addiction problem. Some people do, absolutely. I wouldn't say that they don't. But the majority of people who end up on the street are not there because they have a substance abuse problem. They develop substance abuse problems by being on the street, because so would you if you had to live 24 hours a day trying to find a doorway to sleep in and getting yelled at by cops and strangers who think that you are a sinner, right? You would find a way to pass the time and maybe ease some of that pain, to cover up the shame of having to beg or whatever it is. Depression, suicide, mental illness in general, alcoholism, many of these things largely stem from financial insecurity. It's called, when you die of alcoholism or you die of drug use, they call it a death of despair. And mostly you end up in despair because you are financially insecure. This is the number one cause for divorce, right? And we could solve those problems because we know that if you give people money so that they don't have to worry about life, they will be happier. They will be more stable. They will be not on the street. They will, in many cases, not become drug addicts or alcohol addicts or nicotine or whatever. There are people who are going to do that stuff because they like it. I'm not going to say you can get rid of alcoholism by giving people $50 a week, but I am going to say we know, we being smarter people than me, people who have done studies, people who have looked at the data, they know that money is the fix for an awful lot of problems, for an awful lot of people. We would rather let people continue to have those problems than maybe give somebody something they don't deserve. And that is petty as hell. And I am opposed to it. And this is why I prefer economic systems that are not built on capitalism and not built on exploitation. We do not live in a world where we have a shortage of resources. There's no scarcity. We have enough food. We have enough clothes. We have enough vehicles. We have enough everything. We have more than enough. And yet we throw it in the trash or put it in huge waste dumps or destroy them or burn them rather than just give it to people who could use it but can't afford it. And that, in my opinion, that should radicalize you. So, shout out to REN. I know I have gone away a little bit from the topic of the song, but I think that we're probably at least on the same page. Hopefully you guys got something out of this. I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. Stay safe out there. be good to each other, drink lots of water, and don't talk to cops.